Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm Aries. My name is Chelsea, and this is the channel where we do all Aries readings. Today, we're going to take a look here at the energy reading for the day. I'm going to start pretty abruptly because I want to read something to you that I found on this Neville Goddard Reddit post. And I thought it was I love listening to success stories and manifestation. I look up success stories more than I look up actual teachers. There's a few manifestation coaches that I like, but other than that, I always feel that you can learn from experience better than anything. Like what somebody else does. This is why I talk about a lot how I manifest and the things that I do. And just keep in mind, sometimes certain things that certain people do works for them and it may not work for you. The end result, the main gist of it is that you are consistent in whatever you're doing, whether you're visualizing, whether you're repeating something, whether you're doing affirmations, whether you're making a vision board and looking at it every day. It's just about consistency and impressing the subconscious mind into whatever it is that you are wanting to do or accomplish. But when I saw this comment on this Reddit post or this post on this Reddit forum, I was like, wow. I said, I wish some people could hear this, and I'm going to share it. I said that in the weekly that I would share it to the community tab, and I forgot to. But I said, you know what? I think I'm going to read it today. So I'm going to get through the morning reading really quickly, and then I'm going to read this post to see if this helps anybody who is manifesting or we're always manifesting, but wanting a desired outcome for their situation. I think this is so helpful. So let's see here. What is the card today for Aries? Holy Spirit, Spirit guides and angels, please allow me to deliver a clear message here for the Aries collective. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I just started rambling because I just want to get through this morning reading real quick. I started a little late. I want to read this Reddit forum to you guys. I feel like it'd be helpful for the people who are manifesting. And I'm going to say this, some people don't even realize they're manifesting, but they want a particular outcome. And then you're asking me, well, what's going to happen? Well, I can tell you what's going to happen because remember, tarot is just the energy, the current energy, the projected current energy, right? Whatever's happening right now, there is a reaction to what is happening. That is what tarot is. Doesn't mean that it's set in stone. And that's what I try to get people to understand. Nothing is set in stone. Nothing is ever set in stone. So if there's an outcome that you hear and you don't like, you take it into your own hands. You're not doomed. You don't sit in it. You don't dwell in it. You create your own reality all the time, right? That's the one thing I try to get people to understand. Even though I do tarot, I am a firm believer that this is just a guide. This is just a guide. It doesn't mean that it has to stay this way if you don't want it to, okay? So let's see the energy for today for the Aries collective. Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Let's see here. Holy Spirit, if you guys are doing well. It already smells so good in my house. I woke up early this morning to put my red beans on the slow cooker. So they're going to be cooking all day because I'm having company for dinner. My house just smells amazing when they are slow cooking. So we got this card the other day for you, Aries. It's the pleasure card. And then now it's coming out with the card of soul forgiveness. Okay. And we kind of talked about this before. I kind of like when sometimes the messages repeat because I feel like there's somebody here who maybe didn't realize that this is a message for you and it is a message for you. And there's something here that you really need to hear about it. But the pleasure card here is about enjoying life, the pleasures of life, whether they're sexual, whether they're food, whether they're whatever it is, whether it's creativity, whatever it is, it's you and being able to enjoy those pleasures of life, allowing yourself to enjoy them. Okay. Allowing yourself to enjoy them. Because sometimes my candle just started popping. We cut ourselves off from enjoyment because we feel like we haven't reached a certain level in our life to where we should be enjoying things because we make these rules for ourselves, or we hear social media making these rules for ourselves of what to do, how to do it on the timeline. You should do it. You need to take accountability. You need to be disciplined. You need to be determined. You need to be all of these things, and you can really die tomorrow. You understand? And with no enjoyment, without enjoying your family, enjoying your life, or finding the beauty where you're at, right? So this card reminds you to do that with the pleasure, Then we have here soul forgiveness. I'm going to read this one because we haven't gotten this one in a while. But when I see it connected to the pleasure card, it's kind of like saying that somebody here needs to let go of something or forgive themselves or allow themselves to experience joy and pleasure no matter where you're at, no matter if you feel like you're failing in life, if you feel like you're not doing well, you're struggling. It is time for you to let something go, forgive yourself, and allow yourself to enjoy pleasure. Forgive yourself, forgive someone else. Okay, so Mokumbo's guidance says, who do you need to forgive? Let it go and reclaim yourself. Forgiveness is a gift of freedom for you, from you. The embodiment says you can't rush forgiveness. You have to feel it to heal it. Feel the pain, hurt, grief, rage, and despair. Take time with your heart. Forgiveness is a higher vibration frequency than the pain you must allow yourself to feel. Unforgiveness colors your world with lack, mistrust, and resentment. You start to see everything through victim colored glasses, but forgiveness does not have to include reconciliation. Start with self forgiveness. Say out loud, I forgive myself with love. All right. The goddess declaration is, I forgive and free myself, and I forgive and free others. I love that. If anybody is struggling with forgiveness right now for themselves, put that in the comment section. Just say, I forgive myself with love, right? You don't have to give any details, just declare it. Sometimes when you affirm things, you write there, you put it out in the universe, it starts to help the process to flow. Let's see here. Use Old Faithful. All right, let's see what's going on. So some of you who are just joining, I'm about to read a Reddit post. This girl, how she manifested her specific person, but I feel like you can apply that to anything in your life. Of her being persistent and just kind of all of the different things that you go through manifestation. You know, some people would say that you got to stay happy, you got to stay in a good mood, you have to say this, you have to say that. But I think her success story is such a real depiction of manifestation and how things happen if you're persistent. So I'm about to read that in a second. Let's take a look. Holy Spirit, Spirits and Angels, please allow me to message here for the Aries collective. I have to send something out. Remember. All right. Yeah. We have the Six of Swords. That makes sense. We have the Hangman. Pisces energy here. Pisces energy. And the last one. We have the Page of Wands. Let's clarify this Page of Wands. The Death card, transformation, endings that bring new beginnings, and then the Seven of Swords. Uh-oh. Where'd my people go? All right. Clicked out. Empress at the bottom of the deck. So we have the Six of Swords here, which is moving on from mental anguish, stress, anxiety, worry, arguments, conflicting thoughts. This could be with another person, or this could be with inside of yourself, but this is moving on and finding peace mentally. Okay. Then the Hangman energy here. This energy, and it's upright. This is considered upright for the Hangman. This is energy could be sometimes of delays or not moving forward, because it's the energy of needing to see something before you fully evolve. So this is becoming aware, or a spiritual awakening of some sort, or seeing something for what it is before you move forward. Sometimes this is yourself who's keeping you in this limbo state. Sometimes it's spirit keeping you in this limbo state for protection, right? Because there's something that you're not seeing before you move forward. Or they're kind of, when I'm seeing the pleasure and the soul forgiveness here, in this instance, there's something that you need to let go of, Six of Swords, mentally, before they allowing you to move forward into a different level, a different energy, or to an enjoyment of some sort, right? Six of Swords and the Hangman energy. It definitely feels around, if it's not for yourself, Aries, it definitely feels around someone else, because the Seven of Swords is here, which kind of is saying that someone may have lied to you, tricked you, stole from you, deceived you in some way. When I'm seeing the Page of Wands, this is messages or communication. Now, I'm not saying that you have to speak to this person and forgive them to their face. You don't have to do that. It's not necessary to forgive. But I do feel like the Page of Wands is kind of like a declaration, like I just asked you to do in the comment section. And the Death card and the Seven of Swords is saying, okay, now this is coming to an end. You can let this go. You could stop even burying it or hiding it within. You know, there's so many things, especially Aries people, warriors. We keep going no matter what we're carrying on our back. We hide those things deep beneath the surface and we keep going. Some of you have smiles on your faces. Some of you are helping other people with their shit, and you have a lot of shit that you're burying and you're not speaking about. Well, Spirit is saying it's time for you to let that go because it's cutting you off from certain pleasures, certain healing. I'm seeing here with the Empress at the bottom of the deck, an elevation. It's not allowing you to feel the things and experience the beauty in life because there's some things that you have buried beneath the surface, traumas or things like that that you hold on to that is not quite forgiven or let go of. Okay. The Death card in the middle of this, again, this came out a lot. I did a few readings for the week because I have a lot to do. So I have a lot of pre-recorded readings coming out. And one card that kept coming out through all of these readings this week is the Death card. And so just a reminder that the Scorpio new moon is on what? Friday? The day after Halloween. I don't know my days. It's the day after Halloween. It's November 1st. I'm assuming it's Friday. So that's big. And I said in the weekly, like a thing, if you don't have any rituals to do that you can do is first, Halloween day, right, is a dark moon. Okay. So you can let things go on that day. Take a piece of paper, write down what are all the things that you want to let go of, things that maybe have been buried deep, things that you resentments, maybe it's procrastination, habits, things that you want to let go and set it afire. Okay. If you can do that safely, burn the paper, bury the ashes or bury the paper. You don't have to, if you have some biodegradable paper, which it all is, but bury it, right? That is very kind of like Scorpio type of energy. You can dig a hole and bury it, or you can burn it, or whatever you do. Do that on Halloween. Then the next day, you want to set your intentions, okay? And then you can put it in water, okay? And allow that to dissolve to set your new intentions. Water energy, the Death card is Scorpio, water energy, right? But I feel like this week, I've kept seeing this card all week because there's something here specifically with this new moon. This is the type of new moon where you really have to let something go in order for something new to come in, because that is Scorpio energy. It has to death and rebirth. It has to be let go of. You can't keep walking around pretending like you're over something, or you've let something go and you really haven't. You can't trick the universe. You can't trick God. You have to something here and you can't trick your body, more importantly, because when you hold on to things, it manifests physically in your body and in your mind. All right. So let's see here. If I have a little time, I might have to come back. Okay. I have a little time. I'm going to read kind of fast. So listen up. Okay. I just wanted to share this because I thought I love looking at success stories for people, and you can apply these to different things in your life. You can apply this to an amount of money, a job, relocation, whatever you're trying to manifest. But this particular post, oh, I didn't realize the mic wasn't even on. Is it not on? You guys can hear me though, right? I unplugged it. You can hear me though, right? This, you can apply this to anything, but it's a success story in the Neville Goddard Reddit post, okay? And she edited the second edit, and I think you'll be able to figure this out. So if you find this post, I'm going to post it. You'll see this. She just talks about the second edit, that she's answered so many questions. There's 280 comments. I'm pretty sure that all the questions have been answered. You just need to read it. Okay. So here it is. She said, "What did you do?" That was the first question somebody asked. What did you do? She said, and just the premise, because we'll get to it. She manifested a guy who she was dating for a while. He was determined. He didn't want to have a long-term commitment relationship or be married because it didn't fit his style or his needs. He wanted to travel. He wanted to travel the world and just be non-committal. But he did love her. Okay, so it's not like she coerced him into loving her. He really did love her. They did have a long-time friendship. and things like that. Okay. So, but it says here, I stopped trying techniques. I stopped trying to do SATs, which is state akin to sleep. I stopped trying to visualize. I stopped trying to feel the wish fulfilled. I stopped trying to feel something I wasn't feeling naturally. I just surrendered to whatever shitty or sparkly feeling I naturally had at the moment and had mental conversations and full on out loud conversations with myself. That's it. No, I did not feel the wish fulfilled. No, I did not visualize. No, I did not believe it until it actually happened in the physical world. Yes, I just talked to myself. She said, yes, I did feel anxious, tired, depressed, sad, lost, hopeless. I affirmed through all of those feelings. No, I didn't try to meditate to stop feeling depressed or anxious. I didn't do anything about it at all. I let the feeling be with me because that is just energy my body produces, and kept affirming and having mental conversations. So the next question was, what was I saying? She says, depends. Sometimes I was having imaginary conversations with him. I would say my part either out loud or in my mind. And sometimes I would imagine his response as well. Sometimes I pretend to be on a podcast. She put LOL, and I spoke loudly, normally in the shower, cooking and doing my makeup. And I talked about how I manifest. Sometimes I just affirmed phrases robotically. What was I saying then? Everything I wanted to see happening as if it were happening presently. He loves me. He is with me. He is my love, and I'm his love. He's proud to be my husband. He chooses me every day, and I am the one for him. He's loyal to me and I'm loyal to him, etc. When I was really anxious and had too many negative thoughts rushing through my mind, I wrote pages and pages and pages of robotic affirmations and then threw them away right after. She said, stop questioning everything. Just live. Just wake up and go shower and make your coffee, tea, shake, smoothie, chocolate milk, and go to the work, school, gym. Oh, you're depressed and want to lay in bed all day crying? Okay, so be it. Lay in bed and cry. Feel this shitty, depressing feeling. Keep affirming. Oh, you don't believe in the affirmations? Fuck it. Keep affirming. Everything that you do, feel, think, say is energy. The source of all creation. We feel what we tell ourselves subconsciously. We think what we tell ourselves mostly subconsciously, and we act based on beliefs and feelings. And for the longest time, we cannot control those. So stop trying to control those. Just keep talking to yourself through it all. All right, so here's her story. She said, it does work, yes, and circumstances really do not matter. My specific person is now my husband in the 3D. A little backstory. Number one, he told me while we were just a fling that we would never be in a relationship. Number two, he told me that he would be really hard. It would be really hard for someone to get a wedding band on his finger. Number three, he told me he wanted to be single because because that was what matched his lifestyle, which was travel the world on his own. Number four, he was always partying, and once in a while, a new random girl would pop up on his phone notifications. Number five, he wanted to live by himself. Number six, he said many times marriage didn't make sense in his head, and because he knew it never worked. Number seven, he was never romantic. Number eight, he was on a dating app. Number nine, at one point we got into a huge fight and he cut me off, and then he slowly came back to my life as a friend but wouldn't touch me. I want you to keep in mind that this man was always very respectful, kind, and caring to me because that is his personality. We had a beautiful friendship and he has good morals, but in terms of commitment, it seemed like a lost cause because he said it himself firmly multiple times not to expect that from him, and even told me to date other people. Over the course of 2 years, he repeated to me how he did not and would never want to commit, wear a wedding ring, wear a wedding ring, or live together. All of his plans for the future were in the first person. I will, I like, I dream to, I want. During 8 to 10 months, I lost count. I immersed myself in this reality that existed only in my head, that we were indeed married, living together, that he was romantic, and that he told me every day that he loved me and that he gave me a wedding ring, that we were so happy in his committed relationship we had. Spoiler alert, that all happens now in the 3D world. Things I did. I imagined all day. Driving to work, I repeated to myself affirmations about this. I would tell myself going back home that I was so happy because he would be there waiting for me. Number two, I imagined that I was wearing a wedding ring and he was too. Number three, I imagined him telling me that he loved me. Number four, I imagined that he was sleeping out. good night, my love, I love you, and hear him saying it. Number 5, I imagined waking up next to him every morning, and I would say out loud, good morning, my love, I love you, and hear him saying it back. Number 6, I imagined that we had plans to travel, that we would go get groceries together. Number 7, I imagined that he would eat the dinner I cooked. In fact, I bought drinks, snacks, things in general at the grocery store, thinking about him having them. Number 8, I imagined that he was in the house while I was using the bathroom, and that's why I closed the door and tried not to fart loudly. Number 9, I imagined him telling me that he had deleted the dating app because he was in love with me. Number 10, I had half of my closet empty because in my head, that was his side of the closet. And I had a few empty drawers in my dresser that were also for him. I also bought a shoe organizer that hangs over the closet door and imagined it was for his shoes. That's all physically real now. And much more. She was like, no, I didn't feel happy and content. I pretended to be. And anytime I had a negative feeling or thought, I would deny it all to myself, saying, no, it doesn't matter. He is my husband. We live together. He loves me. We are happy together. He is loyal to me, and I'm loyal to him. I'm his choice. He is my love, and I'm his love. I would do this out loud if I was by myself somewhere, or only in my head if I was around people. Did I believe in it? Sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't. Good days and bad days. My desire was stronger than any feeling or belief, so I used my desire as my fuel and weapon to fight against negative thoughts and feelings. I did affirm while crying. I did have bad moments where I doubted, and I cried to God saying that it was all a lie and there was nothing and nobody listening, and that I was tired of it all. I did get angry at God, myself, really, many times. Things progressed somewhat fast, I'd say, in a shorter time frame when it took me to manifest him back while there were no signs of things working whatsoever, step by step. Um, he first hooked up with me unexpectedly, saying he couldn't hold back anymore. Then he started sleeping over and wanting me to sleep over at his place more often than the third party's notification disappeared. And then he was more and more romantic and loving. Then he said it out loud for the first time in 2 years that he was every day more in love with me. And then he started to introduce me to people as his wife. And then he wanted to go on a romantic trip with me. And then he asked to live together. And then he wanted to marry. And then he gave me a ring and much more. Boom. Everything I imagined did come true, and everything and more. And I continuously apply this law in my life and our relationships. I manifested him deleting people. He said, and I literally in the same week, he deleted all the people that he used to talk to, third party people. He followed from Instagram. I manifested him letting me use his phone unlocked. We have no trust issues. And now he does all the time. I manifested him working less so that we can travel the world more. And he did. But please believe me. Actually, scratch that. Don't believe me. Try it. I'm immensely thankful to myself for trying and persisting. Okay. I'm in a wonderful relationship now with the love of my life, and problems in other areas of my life can't even bother me like they did before. And I learned and applied the law. And it goes on and on and on, just saying about how all the things, how it works and persists. And I'm going to post it in the comment in the community tab so you guys can read it. So that's just about a specific person, but everything that she named that she did, I do with everything. Especially with my YouTube channel, especially working from home. Even when I used to have a job, on sick days, I would take sick days, mental health days, and I would be like, I'm going to the gym. One of the things I used to do, I'd go to the grocery store at 8 o'clock in the morning, but pre-COVID, nobody was in the grocery store. Now a lot of people are. It would only be the older people in the grocery store at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning because everybody else was at work. But for me, I always went to the grocery store in the morning because I work from home. I was able to do this, and I go to the gym. At that time, I wasn't going to the gym in the morning. I manifested that, being able to do that. And let me answer your question. We need to do better. You said, I don't understand why women want women like this, but great for her nonetheless. The thing is, it doesn't matter. Everybody wants something that maybe somebody else thinks, why do you want that? It doesn't matter. The point is that whenever you desire something, you can have what you desire. You can have what you desire, and somebody may think that it's crazy, but it should never stop you from wanting what you want. I mean, for all we know, these people could live happily ever after, and he needed to realize that this was the woman for him. We don't know. She said she didn't say he cheated on her. She didn't say that he, beat her or anything like that. He just whatever. This is the guy that she wanted. And that's the point, that's one of the reasons why you don't tell people what you're manifesting, because, and I'm just using this as an example. You don't tell people what you're manifesting because sometimes you'll get comments like that, or you'll get, well, why do you want this? And you could do this, and this is the easier way, and da da da, because then it kind of takes away the magic of somebody manifesting what they desire. I think a lot of people do that to themselves too. We all have desires, and we kind of talk ourselves out of wanting certain things. And that sometimes will, how do you say it? That sometimes will kind of slow down the manifestation, because we'll be like, well, I don't know. I don't think I can really have this. And da, da, da. And she says that in her post. She went back and forth. This is not real. I can't do this. But then she would snap back and start persisting again. I mean, you could say, well, I'm not going to manifest a man like that. I'm going to manifest the perfect man, right? Guess what? It doesn't exist. So, you know what I'm saying? Find the man that you're compatible with, that you love, because there is no such thing as the perfect man. There's always this man wanted to travel and live his life and but he was a great man. You could have another man who's a habitual cheater. You know what I'm saying? You can have another man that has this habit, has this habit, has this habit. There is no perfect man. There is no perfect woman. Okay. So, I think that sometimes when we put that energy out there, it's also a reflection of what we feel about ourselves sometimes. So I just want you to know, though, whenever you are manifesting, have no judgments. Have no judgments about the things that you want, about the things that you're desiring for yourself. Have no judgments, because judgments will slow you down, even if it's on someone else, right? It's a projection, so it will slow you down. All right. But I wanted to just share that, because you can apply that to anything, not just a person, which I feel people are very, very easy to manifest. But anyways, that's me. You can apply this to anything, right? You want to be a successful business owner, continuously affirm, I'm fulfilling large orders every single day. I work from home. I have people who work for me. Even on days where you are struggling to make ends meet, you can't even buy your supplies, your lights are getting cut off, continue to persist. It will be fulfilled. I'm living proof of that. And I love to see posts like this, because people are living proof that if you continue to persist, hers took 8 months, and it probably took 8 months because of whatever, there's another person involved. So divine timing on that. But money and things like that, I manifest that way all the time. Money comes through very quickly. I'm telling you, if you persist on a dollar amount, it will come through so quickly. And I mark my words, less than 3 days. But you can't be, I don't have enough, I'm crying. You know what I'm saying? Money is easier than people to manifest, because you're dealing with other energies when you're dealing with people. But anyways, so that is what I wanted to share. I hope that this is useful for you guys. I hope that this has helped. And this will be in the community tab if you want to finish reading it, because she has some more great tidbits that she did. All right. And you guys take care.